Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Mindful Monday. Today, I would like to think about spring. I just looked that way because looking out the window, it looks sort of spring like today, a little bit of sun. I can see some of the trees, the leaves are starting to come out on the trees, and it's really beautiful. So, today, if we can, if you could do this meditation outside, that would be perfect. If you're listening to this on a day when that is not possible, that's totally fine. You can absolutely be inside. But if you're outside, you might get just a little bit more from it. If you're inside, we'll try to figure that out as well. So we'll start again by just getting comfortable. So get into whatever position is most comfortable for you and most grounded. Try to have your feet on the floor, or if you're sitting cross legged on a chair, a couch, a floor, any of that is fine too, just as long as you feel really grounded to the earth. And I would invite you to either close your eyes or to just pick a spot low to the ground to gaze upon. And we'll start by just noticing our breath as we often do. Anytime you're sitting down to meditate, you often need a little bit of time just to let your mind settle. Our minds are such busy places. We just want them to settle down a bit. They're never going to be fully quiet, and that's really not what we're going for. We just want some peacefulness. So as you sit and allow yourself to be grounded to this space, begin to just notice your breath. Notice its quality, its cadence, just anything about it. No need to change it. Just notice. Is it fast or slow? Is it deep or shallow? Do you feel hurried or are you already calm? Just notice. Good. As we start to fall into this meditative practice, now start to pay a little more attention to your breath. See if you can deepen it just a little. Just one extra second on that in-breath gives you just a little more air. As it expands your diaphragm, you may start to deepen that breath even more. Notice as you breathe in, you may feel your sinuses cooling and your diaphragm expanding. And as you breathe out, your sinuses may warm and your diaphragm contracts again. Good. Let's sit with 2 more cycles of breath now. A deep breath in and a kind of slow, deep exhalation. One more breath in and out. And now I would invite your mind to see what else you can notice in your environment. Whether you're inside or outside, see if you can notice the sounds around you. You may also notice the sounds on my end of things. You may hear dog nails clipping on the floor. You may hear footsteps outside my door. Just notice any of those sounds that you hear. If you're seated outside somewhere, you may notice the birds chirping, the sounds of spring all around you. You may notice the sounds of insects. If there's a breeze, you might hear a wind chime, or you might just hear the sound of the trees swaying gently back and forth. See if you can notice several sounds relatively close to you, within 10 or 20 feet. Just take a moment to notice what sounds are there. If you have other thoughts that come up, that's perfectly wonderful. All you have to do is allow them to come up and allow them to float away as you continue to focus on the sounds closest to you. And now, see if you can expand that even more. See if you can notice the sounds that are maybe 50 or 100 feet away from you. It might be a frog croaking, or a cricket or grasshopper chirping, or a door closing. Just notice the other sounds around you. If you're somewhere close to vehicles, you might notice the sounds of cars going by. See if you can pick up on the sound farthest away from you now. Whether it's the sound of a car, or a bird, or a person. Spend the next moment just paying attention, seeing if your brain can pick up on a sound far, far away. Again, if your mind starts to drift onto other things, just gently thank it for thinking, and then invite it back to the present. Invite it back to noticing those faraway sounds. You may notice the sound of an airplane far, far away. You may notice how loud that sounds compared to the chirping birds that may only be 20 feet away. Just allow your brain to notice. Notice the quality of the sound, the loudness or quietness. Good. And now, if you can, we'll expand to one more of our senses. See if you can notice a smell. Is there anything you can smell in the air? Some flowers are starting to bloom. As it gets warm, you can start to smell the grass and the dirt when you're outside. If you're inside, just notice if there's any smell that your brain can detect. And if not, that's perfectly fine too. Just notice that. Notice maybe that you only feel the cool air coming in through your nostrils and don't notice a smell. Take one more nice inhalation while noticing any fragrance around you. Good. Then allow your brain to focus back on any of the sounds around you, both near and far. Allow your brain to listen first to the ones far away and then start to close in. As you get closer, you may notice the sound of your own breathing, maybe even the sound of your own heartbeat. Just notice. Good. And now bring your attention back to your breathing. A nice, slow, long inhalation and a long, deep exhalation. Now on your own, do 3 more cycles of breath. The nice, long inhalation and that deep, long exhalation. Good. And now bring your attention back to your body. Notice how grounded you feel. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Good. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back to the screen. I hope you can take this relaxation with you for the rest of your day. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday or whatever day it is you're listening to this. Peace.